Yeah. Question. The website is pre-built and everything. We have almost no option to modify it or put our own content inside.
Your own what?
Our own content information.
Oh, right.
Are you going to consider in the future to give us more flexibility to modify our website?
You can with homes.com. They power all of ours. It's 45. I think it's 39 a month. And then you could have unlimited pages. So for $39 a month, if you want to go with an upgraded version, they have that.
Of the same one?
Exactly. It's homes.com. It's just the upgraded version. It's all so you can do that right with them. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, thank you. I was gonna say no, but yes, she's right. Like you can pay for that enhancement through Homes.
The home estimates part?
Everything. It has the home estimates. It has 100. It's unlimited for that $39.
Right, but they can offer it for us. I mean,
It's free. It is for us.
This
Remax.
template
It
is
for
free.
the same thing.
Yeah,
We aren't
template's
modifying this at all. This will be the same and this will be standard because we want the consistency of the look to stay the same throughout the entire network. So we don't want people to make too many changes unless it's done through Homes as an upgrade.
Right.
okay. And the other question is on the app. I think even here, if a consumer comes to our page and he hits the search button, I think it loses the connection with our page. It goes to the Remax page, and then you lose the lead.
No, only on the other. I'm sorry.
No, please
Only
go
on
ahead.
the other. Only on the middle. If you're looking for home prices, if you don't give this out to a seller for home estimates, then it will do that. It defaults there. If you buy the $39 website, it won't do that. But the home searches will stay with you on your page.
Yeah, any call to action underneath the red bar, it will stay with you.
No,
Right, but if you search
the
there-
home estimates won't.
If you search,
Underneath the
estimates
red bar.
won't. Oh, under there. Okay.
if you search and you find a property and you want for the lead, it will not go to Victor. It will go to someone else. It loses in some point.
That's
Lose the
why we don't
connection.
use the system. That's why we pay $1,000 to another company to use their system.
I don't know if that's true. I'll search on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't heard that yet. So
You certainly don't lose the lead. You're certainly not supposed to lose the lead.
right.
You're supposed to, but
I
you do.
haven't heard that, so that's new to me.
Once you start to search,
Go to property search and just try to search for a property like in somewhere.
Yeah, see if Victor gets a ding.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Fort Lauderdale.
Just get that one and then you see contact agent.
That's mine in Miami.
That's him. So no, that's right. That would go to him. So that's perfect. So that would go. It would stay with you. The only time it would get off of you, I think, is if you're looking for property values.
Right.
Type in your name there.
And where?
Under his name, put your name in there.
See if he gets lower.
Unless they maybe they had it as a glitch and they fixed it, but. You can just put in something fake. That might read
Can I
you
do that?
because you have you're in the
I don't
system.
wanna.
AOL. Okay, see if he gets the request. Okay, we can do
Oh,
other
I
stuff.
got it.
Okay.
See, that's the way it's supposed to work. The home search will stay with you if you give it to your people, but the home estimates will not. And
Right.
that is how it is.
and the home estimate won't.
The home estimates won't, so, because that's the reason why I took a more advanced, because if you have a seller going on there for a home estimate, it will go into the system. So, just for your information.
I just don't want to do it, thank you.
The home estimates will go back to the Remax.com and defaults to Remax.com unless you have purchased the homes.com site.
Okay. Good questions, guys. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our leads and the contact manager. So what Lead Street really ultimately is a CRM tool. So this is a customer relationship management. So it allows you to import your contacts into Lead Street and manage it through there. So you can also do drip campaigns through here. You can, you'll see all of your new leads come through here. We'll also set up, I'll show you how to set up Lead Gator, which is where we funnel your leads from Trulia, from Zillow, and from Realtor.com. if you have accounts set up with them. You can funnel that all through Lead Street, so you don't have to go to 3 different websites to be able to access your leads. It'll all pop up here. So, somebody have a question? Sorry. Okay, so this is basically showing what's in Victor's, what's in his network as far as leads or as far as his contacts go. Every new lead that comes through becomes a new contact, okay? So keep that in mind. It'll show you like how they came over, what the recent activity was. This one came through as scheduled a showing on 10/24. This one, just get in touch with. So if you click on the listing, you can send an email to this person directly. You can set up them on a drip campaign. So if you want to do it individually, you can sit there and maybe they're a first-time home buyer and you want to send out a drip campaign every week, an email. This is completely free to you. You can go in and view what the timeline looks like. So we're looking at like, well, a week after, 2 weeks, whatever. That's how that kind of drips out. Then you can go in and view the actual email. So that's what it's going to look like. Okay. If you're doing a drip campaign. And then, so as you can see, we get a lot of questions why it says single versus team. So it's just the verbiage. So we use I and me, and on the team we use us and we. So there's a different setup for each of those. Okay? And you're, these are just the alerts that go in as as far as the message library that you have. Then, like if you have your own email message that you want to send out, sorry, that's what I meant. Okay, so you can also sort this by active leads, stuff that comes over. It's going to prioritize everything. If you want to sort it by recent activity, you can do it that way. So, and you can also delete leads delete profiles if you don't want them on here. You can take them off by just selecting the boxes, and you can do multiple ones, or take them off, and then remove is how you would do that. Okay? Setup. I'm going to go here first because this is the part I was talking about with the lead gator setup. So when you're accessing Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com, it's going to ask you for your forwarding address. Where do you want to forward your leads to? You're going to copy and paste this into that portion of those websites, and then it will then funnel all of your leads into Lead Street, so you don't have to manage it elsewhere. Zillow, they have kind of a separate login because of Homes.com. So this is how they want you to do it if you're importing leads from Zillow. Okay. Importing your contacts. We all have a book of business, right? We all have people that we want to make sure that stay in our sphere. If you, let's just say that Suzanne and I have Bob Smith as a contact. If I put his contact information in and she puts his contact information in, so now he's a contact for both of us. It's whoever puts it in first who gets the lead. If Bob Smith were to go out and look for properties and search and reach out to, or want to be reached out to. So it's if Suzanne went in and did it first, she gets the lead first. Okay. So anyway, if you're setting up your contact list, has to be done on an Excel spreadsheet. This is the sample of the file that you need to have in order to, it needs to be in this format in order to import the list into your contacts. Okay? So it's pretty easy, pretty basic. And then you can just load that. And you can categorize them if you'd like to. You can have them set up if you buyers only, sellers only, that kind of thing. You can set up your profiles however you want. You can export from here also. That's all just available to you. If you want to import your connections from Facebook, you can do that as well. If you want to just these are all enhancements that are available to you that if you have that if you're active on social media and you want those added to your contacts, you can do that there. And these are all of your buyer's profiles. So if you have this particular person, you're like, oh, okay, they're searching in this area. Do I want to send the email updates daily? No email, show only, that kind of thing. It's available to you. Any questions about that? No. No? Okay. Oh, look at that.
You.
I came over.
Nice.
So just so you know too, like if it comes from Zillow or it comes from Realtor.com, it's going to say recent activity from Zillow. So you'll be able to determine where the leads are coming from.
Oh.
Okay? Okay, see?
That's how it works. I knew that would work.
She's
Yeah.
there. What? Yeah, we got the text message.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. So then you have 45 minutes to contact me
Okay.
about that product. And it
That I
comes
didn't
up, like
know.
you'll see it here too. It'll show it in green so you know. And this works during normal business hours. So it starts at 8 a.m. So if you get one overnight, your 45 minutes doesn't start until 8 a.m. the
Okay.
next day, the next business day. Because we get a lot of people that ask that question, like, well, I don't want it to go to somebody else just because I'm not answering emails at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So, anyway, okay. Drip campaigns, do you guys all know about, I kind of told you about the drip campaigns. So you can access, the drip campaigns are, like I said, you can send them out to your entire contact list. You can send it out to a certain group. There's 42 items that are available to you for drip campaigns. Again, these are completely free. So normally if you do this by an outside vendor, they charge you like per email, it's like we're doing this for you for free. So these are great templates to use. And then Design Center, you can also access Design Center from Lead Street. You guys all know how to use Design Center, right? Okay. We'll go into, so what this is going to do, this is going to redirect you to Design Center.
Is that where you ordered the sign?
No, this is where you build flyers, postcards. So this is all available to you. So like if I wanted to do this particular open house flyer, okay? And it'll load from Lead Street. It's going to pull up your listing photos. It's going to populate your information all from Lead Street. So all you have to do is really go fill in the information that you want for the bio on it. So that's the best way to do it if you're going through from Lead Street through Design Center. You can also access Lead Street separately, Design Center separately, and I'll show you how to get there here in a couple minutes. But while, let's see, is there anything? Okay, social settings, you can set up to have your listings posted from Facebook. If you have listings, if you go to Facebook and you post on Facebook, more than you go on to, Remax.com or whatever and update, you can turn it on and it will populate your listings from Facebook to show up on your Remax.com profile as well. So you have to actually post the listings, and then it'll and you can learn more here. Okay. Let's see. So I think that's about it for the kind of the high level overview of Lead Street.
Where do you get the reports that you were showing us about the local market and
Market share.
Yeah, I'll show
market
you that.
share and all
Sure.
that?
Before I move on, any questions about Lead Street? Okay. Cool. All right, so then I'm going to take you back. So we're now into the Max Center. This is all things Remax. What you're talking about, being able to utilize some of the market share stuff for your presentations, you're actually going to go to Main Street. Okay. come up and enter basic information? Oh, you have,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
No.
Perfect.
Visiting court.
Thank you. Okay, so what is available to you? So first thing I'm going to show you is we talked about the mobile app and obtaining the URL for your mobile app. You're going to go here, it says agent branding for mobile, okay? So you're going to click on that and it's going to pull up this URL, and this is what you can use in order to get, you can put it on your emails, you can send it out in a text message.
Could you back up? How did you get there?
So you log in, so you go,
Marketing?
you start here,
Yeah,
you go to Main Street,
yeah.
then you're gonna, once it opens Main Street, and it should be a single sign-on, so I don't know why it had me re-enter her information, but then you're gonna go to Marketing, Agent Brand for Mobile, okay? This is the getmobile.remax, so you can send that out. Your agent key, people are going to ask you for this. If they go into the app, you're going to enter in an agent key. This is the agent key with your information. So then that way, it'll all be populated. So that's what the app looks like, right? Just as without anything. And then it's personalized with your information at the top with the banner. Okay? And this is like some frequently asked questions, in case people ask questions about that. So that's available to you. Okay, so the regional information, you click on My Region. It's going to automatically connect you to the Florida region, okay? Gives you all things RE/MAX Florida region that we have. So the first one, the market share reports that we were talking about. This is going to show you everything in Florida. So like I said, if you just happen to, you're doing one in Boynton Beach, you can pull up Boynton Beach. But I pulled up the one for Broward today, and that's where you're going to download it. Oh look, they updated it. Okay, good. So now this is the new market share report as of September 30th of this year, for the last year. So it shows you just a little bit better statistics. So this is all available to you. Download these, put them in your presentations however you want. And then keep in mind though, we only do these for areas that we have market share. So we don't actually want to give out, we're not going to like build slides that say, hey, we're fourth in market share. So these are all the areas that we have market share, premier market presence, okay? Any questions?
Those are the local, oh, those are.
Yep, so then the one that I had showed you earlier, this is your consumer. This is the one without the commission on it. So this has all the 2016, so we'll obviously next year we'll update this, but this is what we have for right now. And then just this one is the RE/MAX versus the industry. This is one of the better ones that I recommend you taking advantage of. And then this is also just like where you can access the Bug magazine. This has a ton of information out there for you guys. This is like where we have articles of like these kind of things where like this lady, she left, she was with RE/MAX, she left and went to Keller Williams and she came back, so we did an article on her. These are some just Inman reports. These are different things that we have that post. This is a great way to access a bunch of information, up-to-date information that you can utilize in listing presentations as well. So just kind of some good talking points. Okay. Definitely take advantage of that. So we are only going to have Main Street until the end of December, and then we're converting everything over to Max Center. So this is what is, I'm showing you kind of real time what's happening, but we're going to move this all over to Max Center support. And then, so going back through Max Center, I'm going to show you the marketing tab. This is where you order your signs, your free signs if you haven't done so already. If you have questions about logos and how you can brand yourself and brand the logo, these are all of our trademark and graphic standards. So this says, this is what.
Templates there for like, do you have templates for like PowerPoint presentations?
Yep, that's all in Design Center.
Design Center.
Mhm. So yeah, so this is all with the Remax marketing. So this is just like things like how you're going to actually brand yourself in the community. But as far as presentations and that sort of thing, all on Design Center. And that's all been updated with the new brand stuff too. So AdWorks, this is the AdWorks campaign that we were talking about. So this is how you start that process. You would start an account, you build an account, you start a campaign, and then this is when your listings you'll start accessing through this login, excuse me. Okay. The other thing I want to show you real quick, you can access, like I said, Design Center through the marketing or through the Max Center tab. So this is going to show you all the things that are available to you through Design Center. Okay? You can do virtual tours, you can do presentations like you had said, flyers, and then what it does is when you click on it, it's going to bring up pages and pages of different templates that we have available for Remax Collection. We have the Remax Commercial, we have the Remax Residential. And if you want to narrow it down, let's say I only want to do Remax Commercial, so I'm going to do that, and then these are my 6 flyers that are available to you from Remax Commercial. And then you click on them, and you can view the sample. And it just kind of shows you like how this particular flyer is the layout is going to be. And just keep in mind, this is all just these Latin just for filler, but it just is there to show you how the template is set up. Okay? Lots of good stuff out here. Take advantage of it if you can. So you can send out, you can mass distribute this from Design Center, but I will tell you they charge you. It's like 3 cents an email. Okay, so what I recommend is downloading the flyer, saving it, then sending it from your personal email, from your Gmail or your Outlook or whatever you use. So, because you can, and if it's easier for you to do that, you're absolutely allowed to do that. It just, if it's more cost effective for you to just send it for yourself, that's fine too. It's just easier. Okay?
And you could print it, for example, you could order postcards.
Exactly. And you can, yes, you can pay for that stuff all through Design Center. Yeah. So like you can purchase postcards and stuff like that from here, or you can just print it and send it to have somebody print it for you if that's your preference. Good question. Okay. Remax University. So this is, I realize this is a ton of information for you guys to take on today. I'm going to log you into Remax University. This has over 1,000 hours of content for you to be able to access. You can do continuing education classes through here. You can get certifications through your commercial certifications, your luxury, what is it, CLHMS? Is that what you say? Yeah. You can do that through here. You can also access, so I went over Lead Street today, but if you want to know, say you're like, oh, I want to know more, I think this did it earlier too. If you're like, I want to know more about drip campaigns, and you can go in, we do videos for all things Lead Street. So it'll show you right here. You can go in and it'll teach you all that stuff. So if you want to send it to agents and that couldn't be here today, they can actually access this information here. Same thing with Design Center. Okay?
Video.
Yep, all videos. Videos are great, right? Yep. So there's also the ways that you can take courses are all here. So this is all available to you on the Remax University for all your continuing education and guides. So your guides. This is just, so we talked about the AdWorks promotion. If you want to look at that, oops, more information on that, we have this, and if you want, you can print this out or send it out to all of your agents as well. And this is just a way for them to see. This tells you how to log in to get the access to the AdWorks and how to navigate through. Yeah, so this is great stuff to send out to all the agents if they don't access it themselves. But there's a lot of this kind of stuff out there on what you can access. Any other questions?
So, if